The time has come for the $4 hourly minimum wage rate in the Virgin Islands to be raised. This view was supported by a handful of attendees who let their voices be heard on the issue, despite a poor turnout at the first in a series of public meetings by the Minimum Wage Advisory Committee at the Sir Rupert Briarcliff Hall in Road Town on Wednesday, March 18th. The committee has been mandated to investigate the working conditions of various professions and make recommendations to government. Chairman of the committee, Simon Potter, believes a review of the minimum wage is necessary. He says the last review was in 1999 and expressed the view that an increase in the minimum wage would improve the local economy.
The last increase in minimum wage was done in 1999. Was the last increase. It increased from $3 to $4. And at that time, the committee recommended it be reviewed in the next year time. Now we're 15 years later. But as I say, better late than never. So we had to look at the minimum wage. And as we look at it, we feel that people who make minimum wage is the people in the community who probably literally live from paycheck to paycheck, who spend all their income. So we feel that these people give them more money, they can spend more money in the stores and the dresser places and all different things. For these are the people who literally spend their entire pay from week to week or month to month as a getter. So we do feel by increasing the minimum wage, we can have a better society as a whole. It can boost our economy. If you give richer people more money, they probably save it, bank it, invest it, or in lots of investments are done overseas. People who can really benefit and stimulate our economy and people who are making minimum wage. So we do think it's a strong case to increase the minimum wage. And as a result, I know a lot of people who own shops and small businesses tend to say, if we increase the minimum wage, we go to business, whether we are staff, do all that stuff. But the truth is, we do think if you motivate people and get them motivated, as long as you remove the barriers, one barrier is they can live more comfortable, we can produce more, and businesses can prosper as a result.
Businessman and activist Donald DeCastro said he would prefer an incremental increase over a period of time once a new rate is approved. He says some employees are not being paid according to what is reported to the Labor Department.
I have a problem with hairdressers and barbers, not they of themselves, but the employers and the Labor Department. They put in one thing to the Labor Department and then paying them a commission. Now there's nothing wrong with a commission because I work with a commission as a car salesman, but I was guaranteed a minimum salary. The week I did not make more than my minimum salary, they paid me the difference to make up the salary. If I made more than the minimum, then they didn't have to pay me. It was called drop versus commission. So when these employers hire these people and they tell the Labor Department they're going to pay them $4 an hour and pay them commission, I have no problem with commission. But when they don't make $4 an hour in a week, they need to pay the difference. That's one way that can be controlled. But of course, the Labor Department don't have all the inspectors to do these things, and some of these employees are afraid to say. However, I would suggest, yes, the minimum wage need raising, but it has got to be looked at carefully, very carefully. Because while some businesses are doing well, at this time, it's difficult, but
it has never been a popular discussion because there are employers who feel that they should not be paying more than they're paying. And then there are the employees who feel that they are not being paid sufficient for the labor that they put out. I can attest to this because I know of a number of big employers in this country who have been paying workers minimum wage for over 20 years. And no matter how those people complain and they work diligently, nothing is done about it. I have a few thoughts about labor in this country. I feel, first of all, $4 per hour is too low.
When we look at different countries, I mean, St. Kitts make a very brave step there. It was $8 and they take it to $9 now. That's one of the highest in the Caribbean. And I think that when the economy is growing, and a country like Tatola, our economy is good. And I think the minimum wage should go to $8. That's my proposal, $8.
According to Vice Chair Benedicta Samuel, the dialogue is a very socio-economic matter, noting that a revision of the minimum wage can be very controversial and not a happy topic for employers. Samuel says the committee has gathered information from local and external sources to inform its report to be submitted to the Minister of Labor.
The issue of minimum wage is not a happy topic for employers. It can become a highly controversial topic from their perspective. They're asking, should it be adjusted? If so, why or how? The topics are also highly contentious from the standpoint of employees, who of course would expect or would want an increase or an adjustment upwards of the minimum wage. If that is to be revised, what figure would you recommend? What factors do you think should be considered when deciding upon such an important matter? Some of that information is garnered by soliciting input from a broad range of stakeholders within the community and the broader society. The committee has gathered statistics from the Caribbean region, from Commonwealth countries, and in particular from other regional UK overseas territories.
The committee seeks to convene meetings under the motto, "This is the time, let your voice be heard." The next public meeting is scheduled for Virgin Gorda at the Catholic Community Center on Wednesday, March 25th, starting at 6 p.m. The committee will also be on JTV's talk show Spotlight on Tuesday, March 31st. The live program will allow residents from Tortola and the Sister Islands to participate via telephone. Spotlight is aired at 8 p.m. here on JTV Channel 55 and stream live on our website, jtvlive.net.